Okay, violas, here is your practice video for the, it says in your part, second movement of the Brandenburg. So this is the allegro movement. So the first thing I would do is I would just go through the 16th note passages and make sure you're playing all of the correct accidentals. You always want to learn things correctly the first time so you don't have to unlearn something and then learn it again. So let's do just slowly at the beginning. So ready and C natural. C natural. C natural. C sharp. C natural. F sharp. Here I would use fourth finger. So I would do 4, so touching 3, and then you can use open. So you're not going, having 2 string crossings in a row. So right before the 9, and then get ready for your fourth finger. Get it ready ahead of time. 4, 3, open. You can use open here. Up, up, hooked bow, C sharp. C sharp. C sharp, C sharp, C sharp. Now here you can do low 1 and then 4, 1, 1. Or you can do, where are we? You can do high 4, high 3. So it's a whole step. I like that better. So get ready to reach. So 4, 3, 4, then 1. Okay? So, anytime you have long passages of 16ths, you can play rhythm. So let's do one measure before 9, and let's practice some rhythms. Okay? So let's do slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. Or you could think long, short, long, short, long. So ready and. Okay, then you can do the opposite. So fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. Then you can do, you could do in groups of 3, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast. So, sorry. And then you can do fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow. So. Then fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow. So the idea is that you want to try to make the fasts very fast. So going back to that first rhythm, if you do, it won't really work because your fast note isn't very fast. You can make the slow note as slow as you want. So. You can do that, or you can do the. Or. The idea is just that the fast note is very fast, okay? You could also do 3 slow, 3 fast. So bum, 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 triplet, bum, 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 triplet. 1, 2, ready, and. Then you could could do 3 fast, 3 slow. 1, 2, ready, and. You could do 6 slow, 6 fast. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, so. Things like that, right? You can also practice slurring. So you could do 6 per bow. So. Oops, I did too many. 6 per bow. And then you could do the whole measure in a bow. And for that, you want to start even when you're playing slow. So you always want to try to get the gesture, right? So they have these hairpins so that you don't sound just like a robot. You don't want to sound scratchy, scratchy, scrubby, scrubby. You want to always have shape. And with the 8th notes, again, you don't want to be pressed. So, I mean, the 16th note, it's not that type of piece. So, okay, so a bit of a more light feeling. And then for the 8th notes, you want these to be short. I would say off. If you play on, it's not that type of stroke, and it's definitely not long. It's going to have the release to each stroke. And then also for the quarters, you want to have thinking of fast bow, slow bow, weight, then less weight. So it would be more weight, less weight at the end of the stroke. More weight, less weight at the end of the stroke. Okay? So it doesn't sound like it's not consistent sound. Also think of fast bow, then slow bow. Fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. So you're changing the bow speed throughout the bow, and it gives it more release to all of those notes. All quarters and 8ths should have a released sound, okay? So let's keep going now at 17. So at 17 we have C sharps. Now here we have string crossings. So one of the things is you have to have your 5th blocked. So you're not going to go, you're not going to pick up your finger and try to do that. So keep your 5th down and keep your C sharp close. You're not doing this, not crazy left hand like that. So let's just do these pitches slowly, one after 17. Ready, and C sharp. Notice that I'm not going, right, that's my whole arm doing the string crossing, so fast, that will be a hot mess. So I'm doing all that nonsense, right? So you want to practice trying to isolate your hand, your wrist. You can just do open string. Oops, I'm not looking at my viola here, so, and the violin there, so I have kind of a stirring motion. This type of stirring motion, practice that, okay? So and then you can also practice that with rhythms and really think about your wrist. So and the opposite, ready, and again, I'm leaving my finger down. I'm not doing all this stuff, right? So that will help make it easier. So then let's look at 25. So we have our use 4th finger for sure. And even when it's not marked, you can still do this shape, right? So you always have some motion in your playing. Then let's do the 3rd measure of 25. So 1 and that wasn't any tempo. I don't know why I said that. Let's just play together. So then touch, and then high 4, and then whole step to 3, and then 2, and open, and then go back to just first position. So you were in half position for a second. So 1, 2, half step, 1, reach, 4, whole step, open, back to regular first position. Okay? So let's do that a little faster. Dugga, dugga, dugga. This is the third measure of 25. Ready, and our short eighth notes. Okay, and then later we have the hook. And again, pull and release. And think of kind of an upward motion, so you're not kind of killing it. Okay, so let's look at 33. Okay, so then D sharp, low 1. No, it was not. That was B, sorry. Then here I would do half position for a minute. So E would be 2, then 1, half step, then 1. Instead of going, it's less likely to be clean to do a 1, 1, 1 fingering. So I would do a 2, 1, 1. Okay, so let's do right there. 2, 1, 1, 2. See natural? Okay. So let's just play this little section here. Right there, the third bar of 33. Dun, 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 dun. So 4, 5, 6. C sharp. Hook. C sharp. Fourth finger. Open. So for those I wouldn't do for that string crossing, so I would play 4, half step, whole step, and then do open here. Okay, so let's do right there. So bum, 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 bum. 4, 5, 6. Open here. Keep you doing your shape. This is another place where I would do the half position. So 1, half step, 4, 3, 2, and then open again. Do first position on the open. 2, 1. Same thing. 1, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 4, 3, 2 does not touch. And then here you could do 3. What am I doing? 3, 4, 3, 2. Again, go on your open. Open. High 3. C sharp. And here they touch G and C sharp, so I would do a low 4, then F sharp, then you can go to high 3, C sharp, A sharp, so touching. Where am I? Okay, so let's do this. So another way to practice, you can do, of course, rhythms that we talked about, and then you can also practice with the metronome. And I would start maybe just on eighth notes. So this is 60. You can go slower than that, and you just want to make sure your rhythms are good and you feel very comfortable with all of the accidentals. So let's do 33. So 1 and short with your release. Half position. First. Do your shape. These are on. Okay, so and then I would just, so that was 60 for an eighth note, and then I would gradually speed that up until you get to where you're doing dotted, you're able to do dotted quarters for your tempo. Okay, so let's do now at 49. So we have our A sharp. Sorry. Then here at after 49, I would do low 1. And you can do two things. You can do low 1, and it's a big reach to C sharp. So, and that is a block, right? C sharp and F sharp. So, that, or you could do 1, 3. In that case, the third finger would be blocked. So, then here 1, 3. Same thing here. You could do 1, 2, or 1, 3. Okay, so the first one I think is easier with the second finger because of what comes after it. And this one could be other way. Okay, and that's the same thing with the wrist. So not that, right? Not a big arm motion. Okay, so let's do 2B4 57. So we have definitely fourth finger, and then you come away. You could also shift up there if you want to have a second finger on the D. So here, you could cross over there with the 1. And this is fortissimo, so you can dig in more. And come away. So keep the piano really out of the way, because that's not the tune there, right? Okay, so let's go now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth measure of 57. So you're back to forte, F natural, C natural, fourth finger, hook. Now, so do 2, 4, open 4. Then 3, 1. And you can leave the 1 down. Then at 66, open. Then 3. Then here, F natural, low 2. And then B touching it, low 3. Then E was touching 2, and raise 3. Okay, so let's do that 1B4 65. So 4, 5, 6. Do a big crescendo though, so start piano, and even when you're practicing slow, practice your crescendo. Okay, so this one will it'll get sloppy if you're doing a lot of arm stuff. So again, really focus when you're playing slow to get your hands to be working and helping you. Okay, then let's do right there. This is 1, 2, 3, third measure of 65. E flat, E flat. So that's tricky. That slur is tricky. Make sure you really do that slur. So now one of the things is when you have these slurs, don't use a lot of bow. Save your bow, because if you do, it'll be at the tip, which is really uncomfortable. So save your bow. Yeah, so right there. Then C natural. Okay, we got that. Let's do 73, the second bar. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Here's another place where I would do 4, 3, open. Okay. Now I do fourth finger and then open. So 4, 3, make sure that's a close half step. Open. Okay. Then let's look at 89, one before 89. We have more of our string crossings. So I would do 2, 4, and then open. Now we have 3, 1, open. And you can leave your 1 down. Open, low 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, open. Okay, so you really want to be confident with that at the end that you can really crescendo for that. So you start piano at 1 before 89, so little crescendo. Get ready, really crescendo. Okay, so and again, I would practice all of these sections with rhythms. Every single 16th note passage you should practice with rhythms. Practice with a metronome slowly. Always be thinking about your shape, okay? For the 16th notes, it's not a scrubby. It's not a like that kind of thing. So it has a lighter feeling. It wouldn't be the style. It's not romantic. It's not that type of piece. So okay, so you can think about your bow placement. Maybe you'd be a little lower in the bow to make it a little bit kind of displacing where it's comfortable. So we don't have that scrubby sound, okay? And that's it. Just make sure you're playing all the right accidentals. Really work on those string crossing passages. Those are the trickiest parts. All right, happy practicing.